people, it is Sherry Moulton back with another video. Hope you're having an amazing day. I want to welcome you to my channel, and if you are new, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button for me. That would be awesome. Trying to get to that next level in my YouTube journey of 100,000. I would love it. That would be the most amazing thing ever. So with that, I want to welcome my new, and I would love to welcome all of my people that have already been watching me for a long time. Hello, hello. Today is Bling Bling Sunday. The crown is on and we are getting it into it today. We are going to go out of my comfort zone again, and we're doing pinks again. So that's awesome. So I'm excited about that, and it's something different. It's on an angle, and it's, yeah, you will see in a minute when I get my working clothes on. But I wanted to let you know, please, I have a map. If you have not watched the other three videos that I've been pushing the map, I thought it would be awesome to see where all of my amazing people that watch are from. So this is just kind of a little bit of an interaction between you and me and our fellow YouTube watchers that I've been putting push pins in. So as you comment, I've been liking and hearting anything that I've pinned. I know I've still got a lot to go. I knew it was going to be more than biting off more than I can chew, but I thought I would try anyway. So this is cute. So my daughter and I have pinned, I've only pinned in 200, but there's like another 400 or 500 or more to go of the comments. So I have to get my butt into it. So Americans, the Canadians, I've got some in Hawaii, I have some in just the most, like South Africa and Europe and Australia and New Zealand. It is crazy that I have come into your lives all over the place. I always thought it was amazing that being a military wife that I had friends almost in every province across Canada. It's kind of cool. This is just as cool, if not a little more, because it's kind of in a bigger scale. So with that, my amazing people, I'm going to get my working clothes on, and we're going to get into today's bling bling. I don't think you'll be disappointed because it is gorgeous. It's got some of Laura's glitters, broken glass, we're painting, we're doing the whole kit and caboodle. So with that, my friends, with that being said, I'll see you guys in a minute when I get my working clothes on. I'll see you in a sec, guys. Hello, I am back. I've got my working clothes on, and oh my goodness, we are going to get into this. I am finding it hard. You can only do so many bling blings. You can only do them so many different colors. It's kind of like a Dutch pour. You can only do so many, and yeah, so I kind of get bored. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for not having a bling bling. So today, what I'm going to do is we're going to stay on the theme. Like my beautiful spring goddess, we're going to do something, again, not in my colors, we're going to do pinks. So, and I thought we've never done where you hang your canvas on a diagonal. So we're going to try that. I just got a pencil, and I want to do, because I'm going to do a separated, I was going to do kind of an inch off, and then we're going to do an inch off down here, and I'm just going to do kind of like a squiggly line. We're going to do the top half baby pink and the bottom kind of striped. I don't want to go too wiggly because it's kind of hard to do. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. That's our separation line, and you can have it either way. So I'll go through my paints. So the main color is the pink. So we are going to use Modern Masters. Sorry. This one is called Rose Quartz, and it's a semi-opaque. That's going to be the one solid color of the upper part. Oh, they come off pretty easy. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So that's going to be our color for the top. It's kind of a pearlescent. And then the bottom, I'm going to do streaky, and I thought I'd put my Pebeo in there. This is the Pebeo Studio Iridescent Violet Blue, And then I thought we could use this rose pink from Liquitex Basics. And I'm torn. This one, they're kind of, maybe I'll do this one a little brighter. This is the Pebeo Studios Opaque Vivid Pink. So we're gonna mix those three and kind of streak them on the bottom. So let's get at it, my friends. So the canvas I have is a 20 by 20 inch. This is the one that I bought from the dollar store. And it's kind of made weird. I'm going to show you because it's weird. I've never had a canvas made that way. Can you see? It is not straight. The wood is curved, so it comes out and curves. So it's kind of like a weird. So on the inside of the canvas, I find it's a little saggy. So I sprayed it with water on the front, on the back, and it's still a little bit, I could have a dance on there, but that's all right. So we're gonna go with it anyways. But I taped, push pinned, as you've seen, and let's get into it. So we're gonna paint. For some reason, I'm just gonna hold this guy so I can see it. For some reason, this side, so we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna put it where the top is. So this is gonna be the top. It's a little bit, the distance here, my daddy's tape. Thank you, Dad. Dad gave me his measuring tape. So here it is 11 inches. And from there, it's 16 inches. So I want the staggered color on the bottom. So I'm gonna do the light pink on this side. And we're just gonna get right into it. So I have my Royal and Lang Nickel Jumbo. It is the R945. Anyways, I feel so bad. I got a new prescription for my glasses and I haven't had them filled yet. But I will link the proper name in the description, guys. Don't worry about that. Sometimes I say the wrong thing and I don't mean to, but as life, it is what it is, right? So with that being said, I had a comment. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go with the strokes this way, guys, right? You wanna stay with what you're doing. So I used to, if you watched any of my videos, in the beginning, I'm just gonna pour this on a little bit. There we go. In the beginning, all the time, my famous little saying was, with that being said. And I used to get so many people that commented that were annoyed. And now I don't even say it, but I don't even think about it. It's not because I'm not trying to say it. I guess I found other words as the years, and I mean years, have gone on. Too funny. And then I had this amazing lady comment one time that said, we made a drinking game, and every time you said, with that being said, me and my sisters would watch the video and we'd have a shot of something every time I said it. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even say it anymore, so I can't be helping them out with their game. So that's funny. All right, I'm just gonna try to even it out. And this one is a semi-opaque, so I may need to do a second coat. And I know it's all lumpy bumpy, but I'm gonna get the edges. We're gonna get it all nice and smooth. If you go over that line, it don't matter. As you guys all know, it's gonna be covered with some amazing stuff. I just wanna get this evened out. And I will come back and do the stripes the proper way, the lines. But for right now, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna get the edges. That is such a pretty color. And again, oops, I gotta pay attention. And again, it's not my real colors. Here we go. Try and get all the brush off my, or paint off my brush, and then when I get up to the top, I will be able to, there we go, do a proper this, and then I can use that to do the other side, wherever I pick up. off of the brush. Oh my goodness, it is so nice. Spring is sort of sprung. Hopefully I'm just going to do this so I can get rid of some of the stuff off my brush. Spring is sort of sprung here. It's gorgeous out today. But it's only April, so it teases us, right? I envy you people in warm climates all year round, but then, I don't know, Canadian girl, I don't know if I could be without all 4 seasons. I'm an odd duck. Alright, so I'm just going to try and smooth this out as much as I can. Try and lay your try and lay your brush kind of horizontal, and it'll help, and a little bit light-handed, and it'll help get rid of all those little lines if you've got any in there. Perfect. Now I'm just going to, that's so weird. I'm going to get rid of all of what I got on here and do the sides on this side. Sorry guys, I'm going to turn it this way a little bit. So I'm literally falling apart. I think I have carpal elbow. How does that work? I've had carpal tunnel for a few years, had one surgery, but I haven't done the other one. Long story short, I think I'm getting, or have, tennis elbow. Oh my goodness. My right elbow just kills me. It hurts to open anything. So I don't know. I fell on the floor and hit my elbow on the floor months ago, but I thought that's what it might have been, but no, it is not. I'm just going to pick it up for a sec, guys. I just want to see on this, I don't know if you can see it, but on this lip here, there's kind of like a heavier line of the pink. So I'm going to bring it home, turn it around, and try to get it taken care of, because I don't want a lump there. Maybe what I'll do is wet my brush a little bit and see if I can get rid of. That'll help you even out your paint as well. If you have more or less a dry brush, and then come in and just tap it with a little bit of water. And I was gonna brush it off down here, but my puppy pad is considerably dirty. I hate using them up so much, so I tend to reuse them. There, tapped a little bit off. I don't want that much water, so here we go. There. And that'll help with the lines as well. Perfect. There's such a lip on this edge. There, I think that's good. I think it's part of the canvas. That's just so weird. I'll just go quick and do this if I can. And you don't want to play too much with it, because then you're going to start moving around paint that's almost dry. That's weird there. Looks like bubbles. Okay, I'm going to leave it because I don't want to put any more in. That is so weird. And I don't want it to be like bubbles. Here, let me get a smaller brush and I'll show you what I'm looking at, because I like to show you everything, my friends. Do you see like little bubbles? And it's not because I put water in it, because it was like that before I put the water on. So I'm just gonna dip my brush just a little bit in the paint. Let's see if I can get rid of, there, that's better. I said that big lip on there is really annoying. That's why I didn't want to use the perfect. And like I said, we're going to come back with, there's a lot of paint here, so I'm just going to brush it, and it'll help get rid of the streaks. All right, there we go. We're going to do this gently one more time, and then we will be putting my hairdryer on it to dry it quickly. I won't put you through the torture. I will do a second coat very quickly, and then we will come back and we will do the multicolored on the bottom. So I'll see you guys after coat 2 is done. I'll see you in a sec, guys. Okay, so we are back. I actually did 2 more coats, but very thin coats, and I think it's pretty good. Isn't that pretty? Just so like pearlized. It's awesome. So I'm gonna move it, move my little box out of the way. I'm gonna move it up just a bit, so it might go out of frame, but we're gonna focus now on the bottom. And I wanna make sure that I have it completely a triangle, because when I hang it, I want to make sure my lines are all this way. So again, like I said, we're going to use these 3. I'm debating whether to actually use some of the top color, but this is quite close to it. So I think we'll use those 3 as opposed to this, because I want a lighter one in there. You never know, it's me. I might change my mind as we go. So we're going to do it dry brushed, and let's get at it. So I'm going to do, let's layer it, and I want this to be in the center. So I'm going to do a, let's go down this way. Ah! That was a little paint burp. Come on, squirt it out. So we're going to do 1 there, and that's a lot. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's get another brush, and I'm just going to pick some up. And we will do another one here. I just don't want so much in one spot. That come out really fast, which is hilarious. It's quite a thick paint, the Pebeo. There we go. And about here. That's kind of what I was wanting. There we go. Might as well scoop off that little bit that's there. I don't care about that. It's going to get blended. And then we will go. This is kind of dark, so then we're going to go this light on either side. And then, oh, I gotta put my colors that I'm using. And then the lightest one in between everything. There. 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 And then, let me grab something here and wipe off this so it doesn't make a mess. And then I might come back with 1 more blob of this here and here. and then finish it off with the darker on the end. And let's see what we get with this. I might just have a big old mess. There we go. I'll wipe off my lid. Perfect. So I'm going to put these three together because these are the paints I used. So I can tell all you lovely people, look at that. That's why my place is always a mess. Messy painter happy. The messy painter is always happy. Now I'm wondering if I should use a bigger brush. I don't really have. Oh, here it is. That's why I was using the round one. This is the Royal Langnickel big brush. I knew I had it somewhere. This is what I'm going to use to blend this. So I'm going to wet it a little bit. That's why I was trying to, this is a Langnickel R795, and that's why I was confused, because it wasn't saying that on the brush. I've told you before, I'm special. Have I told you before? All right, where to start? Here we go. Actually, let's bring this up so that I get a good, when I start to, there. All right, let's go. Here we go. And bring it down as I'm going because I don't want it to not have the same down the edges. I'm going to flip it to have that color in the middle, right? And as we go on, it won't matter because it's just going to end up. I have a lot of paint. I have a lot of paint. Here, I'm just going to do the same on the sides. Make sure you try and match the colors. I'm going to brush this off. I'm not going to wet it, but I want to try and grab off some of that paint that's there. There we go. I like putting it on that way, but it tends to sometimes be too much paint. Here we go. And go back and forth. Don't flip your brush because you don't want it to go the wrong way, right? Let's do it this way and get this one going. While I've got the paint on my brush, I'm going to just dab up the side. And don't do what I just did. I did it the wrong way. And we want the... I'm going to brush this off again, just on my paper towel, and give a little more of a blend. And now I'm going to go. Other side, do the same. Trying because I got a lot of paint on here. And then let's do this way. just trying to tap up so there's paint at the top that I can work with. Brush that off because there's so much there. And I'm going to revert it and do down here so we have kind of sort of matching colors. I like the streakiness. I've had people comment that they don't like it streaky, but I think it gives it some nice contrast. It's not the same old thing all the time. All right, let's go this side. I will come in again and blend that a little bit better. There we go. I'm going to get rid of what's on there. I'm going to try and get the side up here. Let's do this one more time. And you can come in and like where you want a little more of the lighter color, I can add a little bit more after we get the base of it down. Let's do this. And remember, you want those lines to be straight if you can. And trying to get it to go straight. I apologize if you hear anything upstairs. The hubby's awake. Which I guess he's allowed to be awake, right? We do coexist, I guess. All right, let's get this last little. I'm gonna get down here on this. There, before I wipe it off, I'd rather get some on there. Okay, let's get this. And let's get this done. I know I went over the line, but that's fine, guys, because and let's get the side. Oops, I'm just going to lift this up just a little so I can just get the side. And upward, it doesn't affect the, let me just get right here on the end where the two kind of meet. I need to put a little this one's not really blended, but it's painted, so that's good. Now let me just get this little guy, and maybe I can get a little bit of paint right here. That's so funny. I can get a little finer line here. Perfect. I'll show you what I did. Did a fine line there so I can get that done. The edges are all kind of done. Now let me get this side down. And then I'm going to come in. I will, oh my goodness, I will wash the brush and then come back in and do a nice smooth out. Let's just get some of the color on the side. There we go. And that. Now I'm going to wash this. Sort of. I've just got a cup of water. I'm just kind of swiveling it around. Another piece of paper towel. Just going to wipe off where I made a mess. There we go. So it's more or less clean. I just wanted to make sure I got the edge here on this side. Same thing. I'm going to take my little brush and use the paint that's there. And get down the side. And if it ain't perfect, guys, you know what? This is all handmade. Right? No one is going to do one exactly the same. It's nice stuff. Can't go buy at Walmart or Michael, you know what I mean? I like making stuff that you can't. I'm a unique individual. There, I'm just kind of fixing up the edges while I've, there. So let's see, that looks good. Now let's get this back here. I just want to do the same on this side just to fix up the edge a little. Make sure that everything is okay. Because this is the side that's going to hang down that you're going to see. So I'm trying to get into the creases. So that the no white on that canvas is showing. Perfect. All right. That over here. And let's just do this. And let's try and blend it a little more. Here we go. We're going to go this way first. Oh my gosh. I don't want that line there. There we go. Back and forth. And then lightly over. I know it's some definite color streaks, solids, but I like the idea that it's kind of neat. And we're going to come back and cover a majority of it anyway, right? So there, I'm just brushing up where that canvas is so weird. Let me just, there we go. Now let's go this side. Wiping off the excess as we go. And I tried to do it cohesively so that it all looks the same, but this got a little more white in there, so I might come back, or the light pink. There we go. Let me just, I went wiggly again. There we go. Perfect. Now I think I might do a little more with some color over this. There. I want to tone this one down just a little bit. There we go. I just want to stand back now. Now I'm going to try to even out all of my lines. I have to move quick because I don't want to. It's hard to not go wiggly. I'm done. I'm going to leave it because I don't want to play anymore. Sometimes the more you play, the worse it gets. So that is our color scheme, my friends. Let me grab something to wipe my hand off with, and then I'll pick it up and flip it around so you can get a better look of how it's going to lay. Oh, what have I got there? What have I got there? I can't have that there because it's right on the end. Oh, there's something there. Okay, let me do one more. All right, wipe my hand here. And yes, I know I missed a little spot here, but you know what? You could come back and put a little bit of paint on there if you really wanted to. But like I said, it's gonna cut a big layer of glass. Oh, I don't want to make a mess. Big layer of glass and glitter coming in, so. And there we go. So that's what we're gonna look like. That's cool. So I'm going to let that dry completely. You want it completely dry because when you're going to put your glass and glitter on, it is going to go everywhere, not just where you want it. Okay, so I'm going to get my liquid glass in a bottle, which I can't find, so I think I might need to make another one. And I'll see you guys when this is dry. I'll see you in a sec, guys. All right, we are back for the most important part, the glitter and the glass. Woo! So I just wanted to show you, because like I said, I was organizing my cupboards, my stashes of stuff. I'm just going to move this for 1 second. Maybe. I'm just going to sit on the floor behind me. Every time that I do a bling bling, watch the videos, I put my puppy pads upside down, right? So they're not with this side up. It makes it easier for the glass and the glitter to come off of it. It doesn't stick to it. It may be like staticky, but it does not stick to it. And what I do is, this was a bling bling, this was a bling bling shake off. And when I was cleaning up, I had, this one's a red, and that one's a red. I probably could put the two together. And then I've got, this is one of my beachy ones with sand in it. So this is what I do with them all. Now I did a video, and these are just my colored ones that I've colored. And I put them all in this container. And when you need something, you just pull it out. Maybe we'll pull out some of that glass today. Purple and blue, and I've colored these with my alcohol inks. If you want to watch the video, there's a video, I'll link it. There's many videos. See, in this one I did like a rainbow with all the cuts with all the leftovers. So with that, I'm not gonna do any more with this here. We're gonna put all that back. I'm gonna pull out the colors that I had chose. And we got this one. It's a shake off, and it has the glitters in it that I'm gonna use today. So that's why I thought I'd show you. We have 2 cats, and we have a grand cat. My son's cat's still here. And they get temptations. We have oodles of these. So it's hard. So what I want to do is do my Cricut and maybe make something fancy or whatever. But it is what it is. And this is what I did. I opened up all of I had probably 2 packs of the broken glass. That's from Ashland, which is the brand from Michaels. And I put them in here. So I have a container with that. And I've got my broken black glass. I got everything all organized. So when my craft room is completely done down here, I will give you another tour, because I did a tour before of my basement and my upstairs craft room. All right, here we go. Let's pick up this lovely painting, put it back. Oh, and I'm gonna have to. Oh, can't believe I forgot to do it, because I was so excited to get at the fun stuff. All right, let me just do this here. All right, I'm gonna put you on pause because I forgot to put my liquid glass, which is what we're gonna use today to put on. I forgot to put it in the container. Normally, I like to put them in my squeeze bottle. Oh, here it is right here. I lied. I've got one here that's plain. But I'm gonna pour a little more in because, you know, your girl can never have enough of it. I like using the squeeze bottles because it gives you a little more control of where you want to put it. So this is what I use. I use TriArt liquid glass. It is a pouring medium. You can do a top coat with this. You can put it in with your paints and do like a flip cup, all that kind of stuff. I have a video on a video on the painting with it. But I would highly not. You can't do it on, don't treat it like resin. You wouldn't be able to top coat coasters, anything like that, especially if you're going to use it with heat. Because yeah, it's not recommended for that. So I just thought I'd throw that little info out. And like I said before, I live in the town where they make this, so it's kind of cool in the same aspect as well. I took a little class on it. Oh my goodness, and that's when I started doing my YouTube channel, which is quite humorous because I was getting bored. I had to wait for the class. So I started doing stuff on my own and all that fun stuff. All right, here we go. Let's get this lid on here and we're good to go. Easy peasy. It will not harden. It only hardens when you have it left to air. Let's get that off there. All right. So the fun, let's the fun begin. So this is, if you watch the video where I did that huge geode for my cousin, the 6 foot by 2 foot, I bought this crushed chunky silver. So I'm going to use that sporadically through the center. We're going to come back with our pink broken glass from Michaels. And I will link everything that I can in the description box. And this is the colored glass that I colored with the alcohol ink. And we'll sprinkle maybe some of that in there. We will see. And I have the mixture that I did. Again, this was, when I cleaned up, I had probably 10 puppy pads folded all up in a nice little package with glitters in it. So that's why it took me so long. See, this one, I'm going to stir it away from, not on top of my project yet. See, this has got glitters in it. And I can't, it's Laura's glitter. I know it is Magenta Sparkle. And I'm not sure if there's something else in there, but we're going to go with that. Use that up. And then the glitters I've chosen are all from Laura's Art Corner. I have a chunky. I like to use a chunky, and then I like to use a fine. And I don't know which one I want to use because these are all gorgeous. I'm not leaning towards this one, so it's going to be one of those two. This one was the pink flamingo, but I'm thinking, Laura, I think I'm going to use this pink Dazzle, and that might be, look at that, it's a little bit of everything in it. So I'm probably going to use that. So I'll leave the lid off of that, and I'll put this one away. This one's pretty, but it's a little light in color for me, if that makes sense. So we'll put the lid on that one. And that one was called Funfetti. I love all those. She's got some amazing mixtures of glitters. So with that, let's get started. And I'm going to do something different. I'm not, sorry, I want to make sure there's nothing on there. I'm not going to zigzag up. I'm just going to put a nice heavy coat here and then zigzag down. I'm not doing a zigzag up. So we're gonna try something different all the way around. All right, let's go. Big old chunk of this on here. I'm going over the line, trying to stay on the pink side. Now, instead of using the TriArt liquid glass, other people have had success with sorry, my brain just totally had a little brain fart there. Mod Podge, use the thick one. I personally, I want to do it once. I don't want to have to come back and fill in pieces. And I always used to use resin until I found this amazing stuff. And I have not gone back. Because this, you put it on, it's dry within 2 hours roughly. And it is amazing. I would not go back. But you can do it with resin as well. I'll link all my videos in the that I have, that I've done experiment. I'm just going to widen this, and remember to follow the line that you're wanting it to go zigzags this way. I must have something in there. Here, give me a second, guys. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Just want to widen it a little bit. Must be something in the lid. It's getting stuck. I think that's wide enough because I want to. I'm just going to see and try to make it even. Before I start doing the zigzags. This needs to be a little bit thicker here. I want it to be all the same. It's roughly, I'm going to say, 1 inch thick. A little drip. Now I'm going to start with the zigzag. So I want to make sure drag this one a little further down. And I always like to put a little bit of glass on the ends as well. And like I said, everyone does everything a little different, so make it your piece, make it unique. My goodness, this silly thing. Sorry if I'm tapping, I'm not, hopefully you're not shaking. Here, I'm gonna just switch the lid up, guys. I have another one right over here. This is what happens when you organize. Look, you can find stuff right away. All right, there we go. Ah, that's a little better. Now we're cooking with gas. And you want to make sure, I personally normally don't put them over the edge, but you can do whatever you want. You'd have to wait because I'm just looking to make sure. Oh my goodness, it looks like it's off a bit. I'm just trying to line up. It's awfully kind of hard when it's on an angle like that. But anyway. Like I said, I used to do this with resin, but I found it spread so much that I had a hard time controlling everything. You ended up with big blobs. Okay, so that looks good. I just want to kind of even it out. I think that looks good. A little funky something here. Maybe I want one to come way down here, so let's start down here. There we go. Maybe I'll bring this guy down just a little. You just like play with it, guys. Have some fun. This guy can come down just a little. Maybe this guy a little. Spread it out more here so it don't look. There. All right, now I'm going to get my glass. I'm probably just going to leave that there. All right. You can wear gloves. I choose not to, but it's all up to you. So I'm going to start laying some of this chunky. This is mirror, actual fire pit glass is what this is. Try and get it so that it's laying so that you can see the mirror. Maybe what I'll do is just strategically place it here. And I don't want to go too crazy with it because it is quite chunky. This one's kind of. Just little bits here and there. I'm leaving that. I don't want to put any more of that. And then now let's get this. This is the pink. And I'm going to fill in all around it. Remember, you want to leave it so that you can have room to put your glitters, right? But I really like to make sure I've got some glass on these little wispies on the end. Okay, so that's that. I don't think I'm going to use that glass that I glittered, because I think that's going to be a bit too bright. Let me see. Oh, I'm afraid to put it on. Actually, let's do one little sprinkle of it. Yeah, that's a bit bright, so I'm not gonna, and it might not even stick, guys, because there's so much glass on there already. Yeah, we'll leave it, because I don't know if I like it for this application. All right, let's get this glass and glitter going out of this container. We'll use it all up. I always like to go heavy down the center. And let's get all that glitter out of there. Now, here we go. Not happy? I jumped it all right there. So let's get this. I'm going to give it a good shake because it's got mixtured glitter, it's got chunky, and it has fine. Oh, it's hard to... I'm going to try to strategically place it because I don't want it to go everywhere. I love Laura's glitters. I don't want it to end up in a package that I'm going to have to use on something mixed, because I really... And let's go down the center. I'm hoping it'll adhere. Try and break up that little clump that I made there. All right, now let's get... Oh, I just keep going, guys. I just want to make sure that I've got this down on the little wispies. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Magenta Sparkle, which I've put in one of these little containers. I got these at Michael's. And my friends, if you go to Michael's, please, please don't forget to use your coupons, because it's crazy, crazy, crazy price that you don't need to spend all that money. All right, here we go. Up high and lightly shake. That's why I like it in here, because it's easier to apply. I'm going to go a little heavier on this area on the bottom so that I make sure I cover all of my little danglies, because if you do not cover them all, it will end up being all shiny, like a shiny little glue that you've left hanging on the painting. There, and I'm just going to come up and do a quick on the top. There you go. That is pink. All right, now what I'm gonna do is take my paper from my thing, and I'm just gonna do a light, just a light, just to see, make sure everything gets on there. You don't wanna do this, you just wanna pat and lift, and then that way everything adheres. So now what I like to do is, because I'm impatient, you know, I'm an instant gratification girl, I put my my Dyson air purifier heater fan, I put it on here and I let it sit for 2 hours, and then I come down and usually it is good to go. So with that, we're gonna wait until this is all finished. I'm excited. Hopefully it turns out all right. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hello, we are back. This is dry, so I'm gonna try and shake this off of one of the puppy pads. So I'm just gonna do this. Let's go this way. And let's get all of this brushed down this way. You want to make sure you get all the loose stuff. I've had people tell me they use their vacuum cleaner to get rid of all the loose glitters that they have left after their initial shake. I don't actually. It's funny because I don't own a vacuum anymore. We got rid of all our, when my husband had a stroke, we got rid of all of the carpets in the house. So we don't have any carpets. So at home, I don't have a vacuum. So it's kind of funny. There, let's get that. Oh my goodness, guys. I love that, actually. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Keep on brushing. I want that piece to stick there. And it's been, I'm going to say 3 hours, because I opted to wait a little longer because I did do such a thick coat up here. So you know what? I'm going to hang it up on my, I don't have a rack behind me anymore. I'm just going to go this way with it, just to get it off the sides. And I just want to go this way so that we're not trying to brush it from all directions just to get the loose stuff. There we go. You could hang it sideways. That would look neat too. All right, so I'm going to try and push all of this onto one puppy pad. And we'll put it all in that container. And when I come back, I am going to put this up on my shelf behind me that has all of my paint, my glitters and all, not my glitters, but all my glass and stuff behind me. And we will give you guys a close-up. There. Look at that. That looks pretty. Okay, so I'll be back in a sec, guys. Here you go, my friends. Oh my goodness, that looks so cute. Here, let me just see if I can get you a little closer here. Look at all of that goodness. I love how that Pebeo just gives it that little extra oomph. I think it's amazing. Love all of those glitters. I'm glad I put in the bigger pieces because I think that is awesome. Do you see that glisten? Look at mirror, mirror, mirror. And this is my rack of all my stuff. So it's cool because you could have it this way as well. Hopefully it's not going to fall. Stop it. It could be done many ways, guys. That's awesome. And I don't know if you'd want to do it. Look, you could even do it this way. It is endless, guys. The only thing that stops you is your imagination. Awesome. So with that, I'm going to put it back the right way, the way I had envisioned in my brain. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed today's bling bling. Hope you are having an amazing Sunday. And with all that beautiful weather we've been getting, hopefully you're getting out into the sun. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for watching my videos. If you have not yet subscribed, please think about subscribing. Help me get to that next journey of my 100,000 in my YouTube journey. I am so close, guys. That would be awesome. And with that, I'm going to link everything I've used today in the description box. And I'm just going to go through all my sponsors because I love giving them the love at the end of the videos. So here we go. So with that, I have the links to where to purchase Julie Cuts molds, where to purchase molds and shapes molds, where to buy TriArt liquid glass, which is what we used here today. I also have my discount codes, and with that I have my two amazing Rez distributors. I have Laura, my U.S. distributor, my glitter guru. My discount code for Laura's Art Corner is Sherry Moulton 10%, all capital letters. And I have my Canadian Rez distributor, which is Michelle from Artworks Resin Canada. Go check out her website. My discount code for Michelle is Sherry Moulton 10, capital S, capital M. And I have the links to where to purchase Krystal Resin with my discount code of Sherry Moulton 5, capital S. I have also the links and my discount code for Let's Resin with my discount code of Sherry M10, capital S, capital M. And last but not least, I have my Amazon links, which I'm an affiliate with, and my PayPal if you choose to donate to help support my channel. So with that, my beautiful people, I hope you have an amazing Sunday, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye. She's so pretty. Bye. If I hit